popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too. That way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by Dyana Rozay on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, everyone? This is Dyana Rozay. Welcome to the channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, everyone. Hey, everyone. Come on in. I know that you guys didn't even want to watch this episode. I hate that I even came on. I should have cut it. We probably will not stay on that long because everybody seems to have real bad energy around it. What's up, Clone? How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good. So let's see. What do y'all want to talk about? There were some parts that I did like, but I don't know. Hey, what's up, Miss Loretta? Welcome to the platform. I appreciate you. Thank you for becoming a member. Come on in, come on in. I'm really sorry, y'all, that I started so late. I actually was having a sound issue with my StreamYard, but it took some time to get it connected, but I appreciate it. But I appreciate all of you who are holding on for the review. So come on in, come on in. Hey, everybody, drop your city real quick just to make sure that I can hear you. Me and Clone are on this evening. Hey, Pacino, what's up? What's up? Hey, Ruthie. Hey, hey, hey. Let's see.
Hey, Christina.
What's up? Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay. Hey, Kevin. What Kevin said, what? Wait a minute. Moving up too quick. He said the scene with Nell and Mel reaffirmed why Nell is trash. Okay. Y'all be hitting people hard up in the chat. What is up, New York? What is up, Orlando? Hey, hey, hey. Listen, New York City, what is up? What's up, Atlanta? What's up, Kentucky? Thank y'all for sharing where you are coming in from. I appreciate it. Y'all can hear just fine. What's up, East Orange? What's up, Ohio, Atlanta, again, Louisiana. 142 of you are in the chat, so make sure that you say hello by hitting
Pisces Life.
the like button, okay, when you come in. I actually have these three ladies up on the screen right now because this was the best scene on the show. Okay, so previously, last season, we were doing MVP. And so I'm actually giving MVP to the scene. So the scene with Tisha, Melody, and Kimmy gets MVP for various reasons. We'll get to it, okay? I do want to say peace out to Destiny, who was getting dragged on her day off. She wasn't even a part of the episode. And yeah, she got dragged the hell out of. Martell as well got dragged. He wasn't physically a part of the episode, but he got dragged on this particular episode. So shout out to them for getting fired on y'all day off. Way to go, child. Way to go. It was hilarious. Anyway, let me see what else I got to say. Yes. Hey, what's up, Miss Tina? Thank you. Anyone that you see with a purple wrench behind their name, they're here to make sure that you have a good time in the chat. They are the mods. They are volunteering to be a part of the show tonight. And it's late, okay? Good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to get it popping. Let's get it started. So we're going to, I can't talk too much about Trish and Ken. Is that the name?
Yeah, Trish and Ken. Mm-hmm.
I have my new shirt on today, you guys. This is who does this look like? Can y'all even guess? Does it look like who it's supposed to look like?
Mm-hmm.
Bishop, what are you saying? Bishopville. What's up, Bishopville? I appreciate it. Bishopville Darlington is in the house. Anyway, tell me who y'all think is on the shirt. Let me see if y'all can guess if I'm wearing the right stuff today. But anyway, we're gonna skip over the Trish and Ken scene just because those two are brand new. And I'm telling you, every time they introduce a new person on the show, it takes such a long time for them to get into the damn mix, child. What's that? Yes, it's Dyana Rozay. That's right. Dyana Rozay. Right. Anyway, it takes them such a long to get into the scene, to find their rhythm. So I'm going to have to just not say anything until we get some more energy from them because, baby, I was like, whoo, Y'all want me to go to sleep? Y'all, I mean, could you sing song your voice something? There's just nothing going on in this damn scene, child. What's up, Cookie? Come on in, everybody. So anyway, it starts off with Nell and Mel in the first scene, child. I heard she's still married. Well, we're gonna find out. Hopefully, they tell us what they want to tell us. The biggest part that it seemed like they wanted to share is that her first husband reminded them of Mr. from The Color Purple, and that is not a compliment. Okay, for a very long time, I couldn't even watch anything that Danny Glover did following The Color Purple because I associated him as being the real Mr. But I was a child, so. It was just a lot. It was a lot on my eyeballs. Okay. A lot on my eyeballs and on my brain. And so it was too much to take. And so when he started doing those other movies, I was just like, who wants to see Mr.? I was pissed. But then, I growed up and I figured it out. But anyway, Melody and Mel are in the first scene, child. So, and they end up chit-chatting about a lot of things. They covered Martell getting arrested, right? They covered Mel Fletcher's daughter, or stepdaughter, Lexi. Mel point blank said, you weren't there to support me at the podcast. So there was a lot of conversation there. So it was interesting. So we're going to get into it. I'm just looking to see what your thoughts are. You think this looks like Oprah Winfrey? Then I got on the wrong shirt. Oh my God. That's not cool, child. Anywho, Nell knew she was not going to the podcast. Yeah, I would think that a lot of people would have known they weren't going to the podcast. This season is definitely going to be about Melody's fan base. It's going to be about the millimeters. So let's talk about it. I mean, listen, let me ask a question. As assuming there's millimeters in the chat, would you have been welcoming to Nell Fletcher if you saw her at the podcast? If it's yes, put a 1. If you like, who gives a shit, put a 3. Okay. So if you would have been welcoming, like, oh my God, it's Nell Fletcher, girl. I, saw what was going on with you and Lexi, and I really like you and Chris on the show, put a 1. If you would have been the type of person who would have just walked on by, like, I didn't come to see you. I came to see Miss Melody Cherie. So I don't even know why your ass is here. This is a millimeter event. Put a 3 in the chat. Okay. I see a 1 and a 3. And a 3. I don't know why y'all do that. Okay, there's more 1s right now than 3s, but there are definitely some 3s. That's funny. Well, okay, maybe she felt the energy and she said no, child. I don't know. That is so funny. There's mostly 1s, though. The 1s win. So there's a lot of people saying if they saw Nell Fletcher at the podcast event, that they would have been chill and just said, listen, this is cool. I'm happy to see her. Y'all would have thought it would have just been like a bonus, I'm assuming. A bonus to have Nell Fletcher there. Now, I don't know if y'all lying. Y'all know I got to give you the scrutiny face, child. Okay. It's still mostly 1s. Some people are saying 1 and 3. Someone said that Stormy was there. Now, I remember Stormy being there, child. Someone said Stormy is there and the millimeters weren't mean to her. So let me just say this. They said Sonny was the person that they were mean to. That was what they were saying on the show, right? Sonny was the person that some of y'all booed. Some of y'all booed. Some of y'all said get off stage. In the Carlos King, whatever he put on his page, the podcast, I heard someone scream, tell the truth. Tell the truth. Baby, when I tell you, I fell all the way over like, I'm dead. What are y'all doing? That shit was funny to me. That's on iPhone. Let's see. Someone said, I thought it was kind of mandatory that the cast attend except for Martell. Oh, really? I did not find it. I didn't think it was a mandatory event. I was actually shocked to see Stormy walk in. I have to say. But when she reported back and she was a part of the show, I was like, oh, okay. I don't know if she was asked. According to Mel, she said that Stormy had bought her ticket like the day it happened, right? To show her support, but everybody else did not. And we heard why Kimmy and the rest of them didn't. Okay. So anyway, they talked about the podcast. Nell gave an explanation that really sound like a lie. I ain't gonna lie.
Of course it sounded like a lie. Why wouldn't she?
She was like, huh? Y'all was all sold out before I could get one. And Mel was like, Mel was holding people's feet to the fire. She's not letting people lie, okay? 326 of you are in here in the building. Yes, ma'am. It is Dyana Ross, the boss, okay? 336 of you are in here. Make sure that you hit the like button on your way in, okay? I got started late, but I appreciate everybody for sticking around and showing up. So is it Slibria? RN, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. She said, I think that if other casts engaged more with the fans, they wouldn't catch so much hell. Maybe explain some of their rationale. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good point. Well, this is what this season is about. I mean, we're on episode 3, so it's definitely feels to me like they are trying to find a way
to kumbaya,
marry these groups.
Right.
Okay, they attempted to do it, I think, ahead of season 6B. That's now called 7. When we got the what do they call it? The mellow drops. Now a lot of people weren't feeling that shit. They say, mellow drop. I do remember people putting a hashtag mellow drop behind things and it did not fly and they cut that shit out. Okay. But anyway, Nell gives her an explanation of, I was out of town and by the time I came back, I was in Georgia. By the time I came back, you were all sold out. Now, if I recall, it did sell out fast, but then they asked for extra seats. And so he put more seats in the building and was like, good news, we got more seats. And I think really right up until maybe like 2-3 days before, there were still seats. So Nell, you got caught. Okay. If they stop lying, is what Yvette said. Okay, cool. Yvette, the only one who told something close to the truth was Kimmy. Okay, well, we're going to get to the rest of it, child. Let me not get ahead. Okay, so they talked about that, and we all agree that Nell probably didn't know how to take it or what to take it. But she hasn't had a whole lot of bad experiences. At least I don't think. I think a lot of people were supporting her. Unless something happened before that, it felt like she had a lot of support. But she did talk a little bit about her daughter, her daughter-in-law, and say that,
her stepdaughter. Yeah. Bonus daughter. Yeah.
She said, I'm not a side chick. And I don't know why she's telling that story. And it's clear. She says this. It's clear that she's hurt and that she doesn't give a damn who else she hurts. Okay. Yeah. Hold on, child. Let me make sure. When Kevin is over here hitting it with the 1s and the 2s, I try to read it like, what's going on? Okay. Thank you to all the guys and gals that come over to support the channel. I appreciate y'all. Let's see. Kimmy, the millimeters and Mel supporters, was on her side when her husband was toward her cancer situation. It's funny how they forget things. Well, let's talk about it. That's what the show is all about. That if they're gonna get to the conversations, they're gonna get to the conversations, okay? But Nell said that Lexi, she's saying that she's heartbroken by what's going on. And Melody said, I can relate. I know what it's like to be hurt by someone that you know, who is dragging your name through social media and treating you like you don't have any feelings, any concern, any care. They can do whatever they want to you and there be no consequences. And then Nell just asked, what's going on with you and Martell and the arrest, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you think about that?
What did I think about their arrest part? Well, I mean,
think about the situation, like set it up with what happened with Nell and Melody. Do you remember?
Nell gave her point of view of, I really don't appreciate, or I don't think it's a good idea because of her son going to jail and how her son, I guess, was treated by the police. She just didn't think it was a good idea for Mel to put him in a situation where he's being arrested. And, Mel was calm. She explained herself. Mm-hmm. She explained herself very thoroughly and said, look, he's putting me out there. And then she kind of explained the whole thing of what it was. And Nell understood.
I don't want, she said specifically to Nell, because I want to make sure that we get that conversation out there. She said specifically to Nell, this man is sitting up here threatening to put out a tape that my kids could see later.
That my kids can see, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's going to affect my children either way, mommy or daddy. It doesn't matter which way it's going to land. It's going to land in one of those areas.
Correct. And if he doesn't give a shit about it, one of us have to.
Right.
Like, we have to make sure that, listen, it is what it is. They're divorced now, but Martell is living in a different world. Mm-hmm. And somebody got to grow him up, right? Mm-hmm. And if the friends and family isn't doing it, that's what jail is for.
Right.
That's what jail is for. Okay. Somebody hook up the remix for That's What Jail is for. Anywho, that was all on that, y'all. Let me see. Ruthie said Nell is full of ish, in my opinion. Now, I do want to say this. This is what I noticed. Mel starts off the episode, after everything that's gone down, Mel starts off this episode by saying, hey, friend. And in her confessional, she said, Nell is a great friend. Now, this is what Melody is saying ahead of everything. I don't know how things end, but ahead of everything, she's a great friend. She made sure to call her a friend at least twice in that scene. And I was thinking, ooh, you know, because I know there are people that don't like Nell and feels like there's something going on the side. Mm-hmm. Mel is definitely communicating where she stands with people in the scene.
Right.
Okay, so I did want to say that. Miss Wynn, I ain't lying. Go back and watch, child. If you haven't watched, I'm not telling you a lie. This is my notes. Nell Fletcher is a great friend, is how she started that scene in her confessional. And then she made sure to call her friend. And then when it ended, y'all, Nell Fletcher says in her confessional, I believe, Melody needed me. She needed me to be there for her. She had a whole bunch of bad experiences, and I failed by not going to the podcast. And I need Mel, because Mel said, when you be calling me cussing and crying and all the shit you do, I pick up the phone. And the last the least you could have done is come see me at this event. And she said, I dropped the ball, and I'm going to make it up to you. And I understand you needed me, and I should have been there for you. And that is how that scene ends, y'all. So she sure did. Okay, Committed to Journey. Let's talk the facts. This is what is going down in the scene, because I know that sometimes the conversations we have on social media is a little different from what we see on the show. Okay. Let's see. Nell broke the law, stealing credit. Damn. Allegedly, child. Let me get the banner up. This conversation. Sometimes I be
bringing it. That's right.
Without really reading them. This is about reality TV and pop culture, and it's for entertainment purposes only. All comments, including mine, clones, and those in the chat, are opinion and alleged. Okay. All right, girl. We got it. Thank you very much. 462 of you are watching right now. So if you could, please and thank you, say hello to me. How you doing, girl? How you doing, guy? Say hello to me by hitting that like button, okay? Ooh, we're only seeing 40 minutes and don't know what was cut out. So I try to keep an open mind. Well, listen, we see 40 minutes. You're absolutely right. They do whatever, hour, 2 hours. They were playing pickleball, enjoying themselves. Nell said, listen, I'm probably old enough to be Mel's mama or something like that. But she said, that's my sister, girl. That's my friend.
They're clearly, in this episode, they are clearly trying to show that the women are making a connection with each other. That is very obvious.
Okay.
So even if scenes are cut out, I would say that someone has made a concerted effort to show that they are, mending fences.
Carlos may have given them a $500 bump. Maybe they get paid $3,000 $500. Okay, something is going down, but somebody has said, listen, we need to get this up between the ladies, right? So Diana, the emoji being used is just me thinking of if Mel should be considered Nell's friend. Okay, I understand. Nell is too old for the foolishness. She already knows if she doesn't have all the details, all she needs to do is shut the fuck up. Okay. Mel did the right thing involving the police. Nell can go fly. Okay. Listen, child. I hear you. I don't know. I don't have that kind of energy for Nell Fletcher. You know why? And I'll explain. just because I said that. I don't have that kind of energy because I think that Mel is more familiar with these people than I am. Okay.
Mhm.
So at this point, Mel has been on the show for a couple of seasons. So I figure she knows what she's dealing with. And so when she comes into the scenes, I like that she's holding people accountable. There used to be a time, like remember Destiny Child, and how can you forget? We've been talking about her. But when Destiny would come into a scene, she didn't know how to talk in the scene to explain to people what's going on. Mel came in and said, "Yeah, why weren't you at the podcast? I don't believe you." Okay, when she said, I was at doing, she said, "I don't believe you." Well, they sold out of tickets. That's not true. Like, I'm going to hit you with everything. Stormy bought tickets on this day. Like, for someone to hold someone accountable in the scene, that's what you're supposed to do. You come in to do that. And so Mel is really good at it. She's in this 8th season. She knows how. But Nell Fletcher, let's put this out here. Nell Fletcher's no spring chicken to this reality TV game. So when Mel's saying it, she's not looking goofy. She's like, "You're right. I fucked up. I'd rather tell the truth and get that out there than have people thinking I don't know how to stand in my mess." And I like that. Okay.
Mhm.
I thought that was what made the scene good for me. Let's see. I love you and your sister's commentary of the show every week. Oh, thank you, Tammy. I appreciate
Thanks,
you.
Tammy. I don't
Um,
say much, but thank you anyway.
but outside of that, Melody did make it a point of calling her a friend. And at the end, Nell said, I've effed up. I effed up as being a friend. So
Mhm.
I'm letting people know, I'm letting the audience know. It was pretty good. Um, let's see. We're moving on to the next scene. Stormy and Trish.
Bonnie and Trish was the next scene. Yeah, this one was very lackluster. It had nothing.
Outside of Stormy saying that she used to go outside and stab the grass, I don't even know what's in I don't even know what to say. Hi, Black Titanic. How are you? Greetings, greetings, greetings. Um, child,
Oh, hey, Black Titanic.
I really did give the face like, "Bitch, what? Why are you up there stabbing grass?"
I thought it was so funny. I had to rewind it. I was like, did she say she was stabbing the grass? What's going on?
She did. So outside of that, I let that go. That's the only thing I learned from the scene. I really need for Trish to come into some other scenes. Okay. Look, we don't care. And I should have put up
Yeah,
my
we do not
Stephen
care.
A. Right, right. We don't care, child. That's what we do now. Hold on. Let me get that up here. I'll put this back down. 1 second. I'll get the "we don't care" up here because we might need it for another scene. Okay. You never know. Hold on. Hold on. Oh no, I have an old picture of you in here. Here we go. We don't care, child.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
We don't care. Okay. So let's get to the next scene, which was Stormy and Courtney.
Mm-hmm.
Stormy and Courtney were acting brand new in this scene. I don't know how to feel about it. They were acting brand new. What I learned is that she wants another baby and they are looking into surrogacy. And Courtney wants a new car. That's it. I don't know what else they talked about.
Classic car, yeah.
He wants a classic car. They tried to talk a little bit about Ken and Trish to introduce them a little bit more.
Still not yet. Still not bumping for me. Not yet. Not yet.
I'm here to tell you right now,
Do something a little bit more.
we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
We still don't care. Okay. Moving to the next scene, Trish and Ken. Damn. Dare I do it?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
It was
All
no
right.
bueno for me. Yeah, not yet. Not yet. They got some growing to do.
Not yet. I'm so sorry. We're done.
Tina said it was a waste of film.
The only scene that I was actually good with is Melody, Tisha, and Kimmy.
Yeah, the last one was great.
Mhm. They have made a pact to come together and make the show a little better. That is what it looks like to me. That's how I felt. And I have to say that they had good chemistry on screen. Period. That's where I am. Y'all let me know how you felt about the last scene. Did you feel like that we was getting better energy out of this group?
Right.
Okay. We skipped over how many scenes? 4 scenes, child. We skipped over 4. We're at the last scene. If you felt like we were getting a little better, if you enjoyed the scene between Melody and Tisha and Kimmy, put a 3 for yes, I enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, put a 5. Okay. Oh no, someone said it was
no. Angelina said it was dry.
Dry. Historian said they had the best scene. 3 if you enjoyed it. 5 if you thought it could take a hike. Uh-oh, not the chittering circuit, child. What's going on with the chitterlings? Oh, hold on.
What did she say?
5. Charlotte said it gets 5 across the board. We get more 3s and 5s, but there are some people that did not find it that good. But I liked it, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, this is it for me. Last season, when the 3 of them together, I think they were getting their toes done or something, went out for pedicures or whatever, and you could tell that the energy wasn't all great. There was also the scene where they went to work out with Melody's trainer,
the girl.
And she did the 2 fingers.
Yeah,
girl. Okay. And I was like, oh, you can feel that they're just not there. They're not in a good place.
Yeah.
And this particular scene, when they hugged each other and saw each other, I definitely thought it was genuine.
I did too. Not only did I think it was genuine, I actually thought Tisha was making an effort. It tends to be Tisha that doesn't make the effort, and Tisha made the effort this time around. And even when, Mel gave her a little bit of a jab, she came back and said, okay, you're right. I get it. I'll do better next time. And I was like, that is not typically her.
The thing with Tisha this time, you're absolutely right, is that Tisha also stood in her shit.
That Belle said it was fake.
Uh-oh. Well, there are some people that say it's fake. Look, Pacino agrees with you. She said that she agrees that Tisha was able to stand in it. I said the same thing. Usually when Tisha comes on and she's feeling like, she does this whole victim thing, and it's hard for me. It's hard for me. Where she needs everybody to, and everybody has said this, that Tisha is typically the one that everybody babies, right? She's typically the one that everybody babies, and if she's sitting there pouting and crying, people will come to her defense whether she's wrong or not. You know what I'm saying? She can be completely wrong, and people run to her defense. This time, I felt like Kimmy shut the hell up and let Tisha talk about Tisha.
Right.
And I felt like Melody said what she had to say and held Tisha to the fire. And I felt like Tisha did the same thing. Oh, y'all don't care about I must assume that you late to the party, okay? We care about the last scene. We're gonna talk about the last scene, child. I don't know what y'all think, but child, we gotta care about something. But anyway, Tisha knows, Mel knows that Tarzan told her about the revenge P, and she is playing nice to Mel. I mean, Mel's playing nice to her too.
Yeah. I mean, if they're playing, but at least they're playing. We couldn't even get them to play before. And at this point, we have to take the lead of who's in the scene. Mel cares. She went right on down to the courthouse, and she says to Tisha, since you said Tisha knows, when Tisha said, I didn't know, she looked at her and said, you a damn lie. And I know you will lie. And she didn't bring up Carson, but she said, I know you will lie because your husband was on the internet saying little smart, snappy things with his sassy ass. And then I ad-libbed a little. I added some extra in there. And then when Tisha was looking at her like, but Mel, she went, but you ain't got to worry about that because I'm going to take care of Marceau. And that is why I like the scene, because at the end of the day, that's how you got to play it. You can't expect anybody to come to your rescue. And while she was saying that to Tisha, Kimmy was potting her plant. She was like, yep, y'all got it. I don't even need to jump in this one.
Kimmy potted that plant and she shut the hell up. She didn't say, oh, come on, Mel, or any of that, okay? I loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was spot on. And it was great that she even said, I'm going to talk to Marceau, because you know what? Had she tried to talk to Tisha about it, Tisha would have said, oh, that's all Marceau. You got to do it. You got to talk to him.
Facts. Sassy ass Marceau, okay? Right. He's the one that make you smoke the cigarette in the first place.
Right. You talk to Sassy, so you're talking to me.
Facts.
Yep. You even have to give me a heads up. I got it.
She did. She held her in it. You know damn well that you heard it. You know about it. And then Tisha loosened up. Okay, well, what's going on, Mel? Did you really have Martell arrested for something that happened 7 years ago? That's how she
Pretty
put it out
much.
there.
Right.
And she said, I sure did. And let me tell you how it happened. And then she explained it. I let the motherfucker slide when it went down.
Slide initially, right?
I let it slide. Now, I was
Yep.
giving her the benefit of the doubt. I said she probably did let it slide, but I said, you know what? She was in that court case. Maybe she gave it to her lawyer and the lawyer did whatever, blah, blah, blah. But she said, I let him rock. You sent it to me. I was like, okay, Martell, you know damn well it's me, but that little marker or whatever little square block you done got over your penis in a picture with me, I know it's you, you mother. Okay?
Right.
She straight up, she telling more details than that mofo ever thought. Okay.
Exactly.
But you know how you handle somebody? You know how you handle somebody who thinks they're going to embarrass you? You tell everything. Okay. You put a block over your penis. You took the time to put a square over it. Like you didn't want anybody to see you, but you want them to see my face. The mother of your 4 children that you act like you love and care about. You are trash. Okay. That was funny. I mean, it wasn't funny, but I liked the control she is taking in this situation. That's another way to put it.
Yeah. She's comfortable with it. She's taking control, and she's at no point is she embarrassed. She is fully comfortable in her womanhood on this.
And you know what else? She's so comfortable, it is actually shocking. You could see Tisha and
Yeah.
Kim like, whoa,
right.
Who are you?
Right.
I told you I was different. I'm not the girl you thought I was anymore. I used to be in a space where this was this thing between me and Martell, and I'm telling you now, I'm stepping up to the plate and I'm fighting for what I got. And I liked it. Okay. Let's see. Hit the like button. Thank you, child. I appreciate it. You hate that they
said 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that your rating?
Want to happen in these scenes because they have to actually create dialogue with each other. That's the way you get a scene. People have to talk. Let's see. They all see that they need Melody for the only check they live by, and they know that they're not going to be to get another job. Okay, well, you know what? This show is going off the air, so I don't know. It's going to go off the air eventually, whether it happens this year or after this season or the next. It will be off the air soon because that's where it's headed, child. We can all see it. It is going there on a damn rocket. Okay.
Absolutely.
What is up? Hey, how are you?
Hi,
it's going there on a rocket, so y'all ain't got nothing to worry about. What happens next? Let's see. So anyway, she's letting them know that she is a different person. She comes into that space. Even when she came in, they were, oh my God, like you got the blonde hair. Like I said, they were keeping it cute. They hugged out. I got ahead of myself in the scene. But Kimmy announced that her mom had cancer, and it's the same, except hers was negative. Her mother's is positive, I think she said.
Yeah.
And she said, so hers was aggressive.
More aggressive,
more aggressive, and that her mother's was slower, but treatment is good and she's doing okay. And Mel is like, oh my God, I didn't know. And this is also, I thought, an important moment in the scene because, again, they're trying to rebuild friendships or at least create this conversation for the audience, but it's something that Kimmy kept to herself. She did not share with Melody. Right?
They did not share. Correct. They did not share with Melody. And did you notice that when she was talking about her business, they bleeped it out?
Yeah, she asked for her businesses to
be bleeped out.
I did notice that.
I'm guessing it has something to do with the meters.
Child, I think that they're blocking out their business because they don't want any problems. That is going to be funny if that's the truth.
Right.
Oh my God. I want to know. I heard that Kimmy is being interviewed with Dustin. I want to know if he asked what was bleeped and why. But anyway, she said that, and then Mel says to her when they're talking about the Martell stuff, she said, "You didn't call me. You didn't call me to Tisha." And I guess she said it to Kimmy too. She said, "I did call you." She said, "I called you, and I couldn't even leave a message because your voice message thing said it was all full. So I text you and told you I called you and that everything was full." And so that is an interesting power dynamic, a shift.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
I mean, Mel nodded her head in agreement, like, yeah, you did.
she nodded her head in agreement, but she didn't get that message. At the beginning of the scene, she said, so many people were calling me. I think it was first episode. So many people were calling me. I had to turn it off. I had to turn off everything because she couldn't get it. But anyway, and I'm just telling y'all what I see in the scene. Okay, child, just relaying what I saw in the scene if you did not watch. Tisha and Kimmy are so shady that Mel seems to actually be trying to be in a good space with them. They just seem to be shady. Really, Kayla? Because I really felt like this was one of the best scenes that we've had in a long time with
the three of them together. Yeah.
I really did. It really felt like they were actually saying what was on their chest in the moment. After that, Tisha talked a little bit about having some work mommy balance and not being able to, she said, I'll figure it out. But at the moment, things felt a little, difficult for her. 689 of you are in the house right now. So please make sure that y'all hit that like button, okay? Please and thank you. Please and thank you. And then that's when they started talking about Martell doing the podcast, right? Oh, no, not Martell doing the podcast. Them. Yeah. Why weren't they at the podcast? Okay, so that's specific. Mel said, why didn't you go to the podcast? And
I thought it was funny that she said that. I was like, Mel is making jokes.
You did not expect Tisha and Kimmy to be at the podcast.
No.
Okay. Did I ask this question of the audience already?
You asked about Nail. You did not ask about Tisha and Kimmy.
Now I'm asking about Tisha for all the millimeters in the chat, baby. If you in the bushes, if you in the clouds, if you in the mountains, come on through and put that number in here real quick. Did you, as a millimeter, if Kimmy and Tisha were to show up, would y'all have been welcoming? We're going to have that as 6. Welcoming to both Tisha and Kimmy, the Scott sisters. Would you have been welcoming 6? Or 8, would you have hissed, booed, and throwed tomatoes?
Tomatoes, exactly.
Hiss, booed, throw tomatoes at Kimmy and Tisha. That's 8. Or would you be like, oh my God, I've been waiting to see you all day? Would you have been happy to see him, child? Don't lie.
Got a lot of 6s. They said, okay, we would have been into somebody gave it a 7. There's a few 8s.
Tammy says no. Tammy says you're lying. Tammy says you're lying. You're gonna get your ass whooped, okay? Oh, look, there's a lot of 6s though. There's mostly 6s.
There's a good amount of 6s. There's a good amount of 6s. Oh, that's hilarious.
So people are saying that they would have been happy to see her. And just a few 8s. I did not expect that. I have to say, I was on the side of Tisha and Kimmy. I was like, y'all better keep yourselves at home.
I was like, you did the right thing. You made the right decision.
I was like, I don't know, child. Listen. Yeah.
Somebody said, ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
That's right. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis, is what I feel would have happened to, child.
That's hilarious.
That's right.
Okay, the 7s are saying anybody that gave a 7, they're saying they would be cordial.
Good old Eddie Kane.
Some of them are just giving us tomatoes and eggs.
Tomato, man. Let's see. I think that they were smart not to go because I watched it and the meters were cutting up in that audience. I saw the meters too, child. I was like, oh, Sonny ain't gonna make it. She ain't gonna make it out of there.
No.
I had Sonny upset. And let's see. I would have ignored them. I'm there for Mel. Again, Stormy was there. Was no issue. Who do y'all think is more hated? Stormy or Tisha and Kimmy? Or are they all the same? I think that Carlos should have advertised that the other cast members might attend.
You know what I think they should do? He should just have a female panel. Don't bring the men. The men are too controversial. Bring the women.
Well, see, the thing is, like what happened with DC, which I did not attend. I didn't attend either one. But the DC guys, the guys were in the audience.
Oh,
and
okay.
The girls were on stage, and from what I'm understanding, they all joined them at the end.
Those guys would not make it in the audience, not the Huntsville guys.
The children and everything. But when they did go, when people traveled out to to Huntsville, they actually went to visit Marceau's spot, the bar. So they did patronize their bar. And I'm sure they had a good time there. They didn't say it was bad. It sounded like they had an amazing time. Anyway, Melody asked about it, and Tisha said, did she lie?
Yes.
Oh,
no, she said I didn't have an invite.
She said, no invite, no me. No invite,
no me. You ain't kicking me out.
You know me. And Mel said, seriously, Tisha? And Tisha looked at her like, huh? Honey, the whole breakdown of me and your relationship on this show is because you kicked my ass out of that damn event, right?
Right.
And so in confessional, Tisha said, the only way I will ever go to a Melody event again is if I'm invited, because that was such an embarrassing experience for me. I will not relive it twice. It will never happen. She said, it's okay to forgive, but not to forget. Now, I know that a lot of people are probably at home punching the air like Tisha, boom, 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 boom.
But I would have that attitude. I would have that attitude.
Yeah, but I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay.
I'm here. Yes. I'm reading comments too.
Okay.
Hold on. Cookie said that the only one at Black was Wanda. And she was.
Oh, really?
Wanda is. Come on now. We ain't gonna act like Wanda don't wear the crown when it comes to being a hater. She is a Mita hater. A Mita hater.
Wait, so no other no one else was at Black except for Wanda? There no Tisha, no Marceau? No?
That's what they're saying.
No Jalen? Wow.
They were afraid. They were afraid. They didn't know how to handle it. This is why they're trying to figure out how this show is gonna go. Someone said, I feel Tisha, child. I thought, I mean, I ain't trying to ruffle no feathers, but I was like, listen, that's a mature thing to say.
Yeah.
I remember what happened last time. I don't want to put myself in a position with, you know how Cardi B was like with Tasha K. I know I didn't have the herpes, but she said it so damn much. I was like, I must have it.
Cardi B full of crap. She knew better. She just sued that woman just because.
But I said, you didn't let that woman get in your head like that. And apparently the answer is yes, because she has a $4 million judgment in her favor. But yes. Oh, that was funny. I'm so sorry. That was probably really distasteful, but it was funny. Okay.
It was funny.
Anyway, Kimmy said point blank, I didn't go because the people that support you don't like us. Okay. And Mel was like, Mel did this thing where she went, who you talking about? Who you talking about? I was like, Melody, don't do that.
The meters?
The meters?
Okay. So funny.
And Kim was
like, not my baby. Right, exactly.
Right. She said, yeah, the meters, child.
Right.
And then she said, what are you talking about? Why would you even think that? And that's when they said, listen, that's when she said exactly. But ask yourself why they don't like Kimmy. Oh, honey, they ain't like Kimmy since season 1. I mean, there's no real like to Kimmy or Tisha. Kimmy and Tisha aren't liked, period.
Right.
So look, see, Kevin said, I don't give a damn. Kimmy is unlikable. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. He's putting his foot down in the chat.
That's right.
That's right. Stand in it, child. Stand in
nope, it. I'm not falling for this.
Be delusional about this.
Exactly.
Nobody is going to sit up here and act like the Scots 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 are liked. Nobody likes them.
Right. No.
Love key. I agree with Kevin. Everybody agrees with Kevin for the most part. Now, there was some 6s. There's actually more 6s and 8s. But there was some people that threw tomatoes. And sometimes the tomato throwers can be a little louder than the people that are good. Okay. But anyway, look, am I being optimistic? I'm optimistic. What I'm saying. I'm not being optimistic. I'm kind of laughing at it because I know that they're not like, I'm actually shocked that people are saying that y'all like them. or that, they wouldn't have received any smoke. I personally think they would have gotten smoke. And I
Yeah,
also
I do too.
that if they would have showed up in that space, there would have been a whole lot of that. They wouldn't have been able to tape that podcast.
The women may have been okay. The men would not have been okay. The men would not have been okay on the premises.
Neither would the women. They're equally hated.
The women may have been okay. Maybe. I'd say
So
60%.
it's Clone who's optimistic here, not me. I say pitchforks, fire, brimstone. Child, no, none of it.
Right.
Okay.
Bring out the mob.
The mob, exactly. Anywho, long story short, Kimmy said, your people don't like me, okay? And after she said that, Mel said, what would have happened? What are y'all talking about? That's when Kimmy said, well, Sonny talked to us and told us, that's right, clone, carry this weight. That's what they said, that it was Sonny who told them that they were not very receptive to her. And she said they weren't receptive. Mel said they weren't receptive to what she was doing and saying on the stage. And Kimmy said, well, how is that different?
Right.
She came out there to discuss things. And if you don't like what she's saying or doing, you don't like her. So no, there's nothing different about it. So we'll see. But when she did the whole conversation about Martell, Kimmy said she understood. Tisha said at the end of the day, he's never going to get it. And she would have done the same thing. Basically, she was saying, I would never be cool with Martell did, if that was,
right,
what was going on between her and Marceau. And that's how they ended it. And then we'll get to see what happens next week. Let's see. They would have ignored them at the podcast. Now, see, that's optimism, Deidre. I love it. That's optimism. I like it. Kimmy and Tisha wasn't receptive of Sonny either. And they did say that they had the same type of response to Sonny as Melody and the Millimeters at the end of the day. So they agree with the Millimeters too. They need a t-shirt, child.
That's right.
Tisha and Kimmy are more hated. More hated than Stormy. More hated than Stormy. That's who I asked about. I said, who do you like more, Stormy or Kimmy and Tisha? This one's saying that Kimmy and Tisha are more hated. Kimmy has misplaced anger. The Millimeters are sick of the side chicks and the cheaters. Gonna have a long life of hate, child. Well, it didn't help when Carlos introduced Sonny as marrying Destiny's man. Speaking of Destiny's man, this is how Destiny got fired on her day off, how she got dragged on her day off. They brought up Sonny and Destiny and how they didn't respect what Sonny did with Destiny. And they was basically asking Melody how she felt. And she said, I don't give a fuck what Destiny got going on or who feels what for Destiny. And she was like, well, she's our friend. And Mel said, she's not my friend. Okay. And you could see all over Kimmy's face. She was like, oh, God damn, I don't want to be brought into this kind of conversation. But Mel was like, too late, because you shouldn't have brought it up. And then I don't know if it was Tisha who said it or Kimmy, but they gave some sort of analogy like, well, you know that Destiny isn't in your man, like she's not sleeping with your man.
It was Kimmy. Yeah.
And Mel said, I'm not putting anything
past Destiny.
Because I told y'all.
I just said it. She wasn't my friend. I don't trust her.
My friend, and I'm in a place where anything is possible with anybody.
Yeah.
If you're not my friend,
I don't trust fake. I can see fake a mile away. Yeah.
I can see fake a mile away. And when I tell you those ladies took a big old heaping gasp, they were like, oh my God. And now it looks like that'll be a part of part 2. So Mel's rocking this season, child. I'm sorry. And from what it sounds like, because I think that it was Trisha who said she trains Destiny.
Right. Yeah.
And that she sees Destiny at the gym with Martell.
That is correct.
So that sounds like that friendship is pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
The difference would have been sitting in their seats whereas Sonny was speaking. Okay. But Tisha knew about the revenge pee from Carson, and that was last season. The person who sent the revenge pee has been convicted. Okay. So we have to see how that plays out. But you start with the source. Y'all know, we're watching in real time all this stuff go down with P. Diddy, right? This huge mogul, all this money. And there's a whole lot of people that's getting hit that saw things, hit things, including that hotel. That hotel's going to have a horrible reputation. I don't even know if they put the hotel name out there, but all the stuff that's gone down to keep or protect this man for many a moons. And the person that's going to get convicted is going to be him. Nobody else. Nobody else unless they participated. But you don't get arrested for knowing what somebody else did. That's just not the law. Destiny is a female Martell child. I'm sorry, I don't think that Kimmy's cancer scare was all that she says it was. I get the biopsy, a few rounds of Mount chemo. Cut off her hair and it started crying. Sheila, you really hate that woman. I'm gonna give it to you. I respect that. That's some deep hate. I love it. I love it. Okay. Let's see what else y'all got going on. That's pretty much it. That was the scene. That was the whole episode. But yeah, if people are saying that they don't believe that Kimmy's cancer journey was a big deal, that means that she wouldn't have fared well.
No, not at all. She should not have been here. Yeah. I agree. I agree with
I'm
that.
laughing at it, but it's funny. That's all you can do. It's funny at this point.
At this point, yeah.
He did say in Vegas that he talks to Destiny every day, but I wonder if Destiny be at the same gym with Martell and Coleslaw. If she said, I train Destiny, I'm at the gym training Destiny, and I see Martell.
I'm guessing that they're at the same gym.
That's the same gym.
I mean, unless Martell has multiple memberships, multiple gym membership.
Right. And there were so many rumors that was going on the internet, and people claimed they had proof and information. And y'all know that people send mail everything. He can't be charged for the DV case because the statute of limitation has expired. Okay, there's plenty of other things that they're looking into. It all comes down to the fact that what I was saying was there's a video that's running around right now where Diddy thanks Bishop T.D. Jakes and his assistant.
Mm-hmm.
I think this assistant that was on today saying that she didn't see anything. And then at the end, he said, thank you to Cassie for holding me down in the dark times. I think there was 3 or 4 people that he says thank you to. Mm-hmm. And he's pulling these names out of a hat because nobody knows who these people are, right? Mm-hmm. Right. When he says TD Jakes, the audience kind of get quiet, like, what's TD Jakes got to do with this, right? Mm-hmm. And in hindsight, all of these crazy rumors and things that's going out about these people and how this man is so bold to try to silence people on a stage or embarrass people on a stage, it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in. And again, it's a lot of people, not just the people he hired to work for him, but you have to assume that there were people in power that was making decisions to turn a blind eye so that nothing did happen.
Right.
Because it was just so much. And we know from at least 2006 all the way through the present. Okay. I think the cowbell incident where he hit his son's coach was the last thing I heard.
Right.
Or no, I think it was the lady he had a baby with. There's someone he just had a baby with. I think it was her. She did an interview on Tasha K's channel. That hotel that Diddy was in no longer exists. Okay. No longer exists. There you have it.
Good for them.
Hotel doesn't exist. The video did.
Mm-hmm.
And if that video exists, other videos exist. Audio exists. There's plenty. I know that the guy they were saying was the drug mule. He took a plea deal. And you can bet that that plea deal comes with having conversations with the FBI about whatever they want them to talk about. I know a relative who experienced the same thing. My husband had cancer too, and they can do soft chemo. She didn't want to carry that on the show because she was lying. So Sheila, do you remember when she actually shared she had cancer on the show? I think it was June that she made the announcement, and then it was, were they filming in June or July? Because when we saw it, I think we just saw her going back and forth from treatment to on social media. I don't think they showed us that part of her journey. And then when we would see her, it was just literally on social media. But I know everybody has their opinion. And I know that you had someone who went through it. Our mother passed of a terminal cancer. I don't necessarily think she was lying because of some things that I saw her experiencing. It was very familiar to me, but I don't know how to make anybody feel differently either. I just want to say that for myself,
mild or strong, yeah, it's definitely something I don't want to go through. Mild or strong, I don't care which one it is.
yeah, for myself, I don't want that part. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I understand that you had some people who experienced it and you feel differently. So
Yeah.
I understand that. Let's see. Okay. That's pretty much it. This pretty much wraps up the show, and I appreciate everybody who stuck it out with us tonight. What time is it? 10 o'clock, almost 11?
Almost 11. Did you want to add anything else?
Oh, do I want to add anything else? Oh, you want me to talk about that? Okay. Let me just wrap this up with a conversation because I know that my name was disclosed. Thank you very much, Miss Clone, for reminding me. My name was shared on
Giving you the real tea.
Giving you the real tea?
The real tea. The real tea.
Giving you the real tea. Giving you the real tea had a conversation with Kiki yesterday. And my name was brought up as a blogger that she gave storyline information to or episode information to. And she seemed really upset, like, I never did that. And why would she say that kind of thing? And I just want to say I never said that. If you guys follow me, for those of you who have been on my channel forever, y'all know that I never said I received information from Kiki about any storyline. So I just want to put that out there. I did have conversations with her mother, and that I did say. And I also said that I would never put that information posted, the DMs that everybody else was posting. They were having, I shouldn't say everyone else, but there were a lot of bloggers that was posting. They had conversations and then showing those conversations on screen. I said that I was not doing that. And I'm not sure how people get information wrong. They share things in a way that was crazy. But I do remember Cookie coming to my page and saying, "You're the only blogger who did not share that information." And I said, "Thank you, Cookie." So I wanted to put that out there. Okay. I know that she is under fire. And so, everything can feel like a sting. It did not come from me. So I just want to say that. You've never heard me say that, and I appreciate it. Spread the word, child, because I don't know how it got that convoluted and twisted, but I've never said her name in that way. So outside of that, y'all, I appreciate you, everybody who joined us tonight, me and my sister. And we will do it again next week. It was late. I'm sorry that I came on so late too. But outside of that, thank you to all of my mods. Thank you to everyone who joined the channel. I had Lorraine, and then I have who else? Did Rosalind just join? Did I have two people join?
You did have someone else join, and I don't remember their name.
Okay.
They joined, but we were having technical.
It was Marla. Thank you for rocking with the Supreme Team, Miss Marla, and also thank you, Loretta. I appreciate the two of you for blessing the channel tonight. Thank you to all of my moderators for sticking it out with us as late as we are. Thank you, Miss Clone, for joining me tonight as well.
Sure.
And
all right.
Thank you all to the guys and girls, and I will see you on the next one.
Night. Bye.